If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in advanced level where we are solving previous year IIT JEE questions on complex numbers. So today we will be solving question number 3A, 3B, question number 4 and then question number 5. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. If Z1, Z2, Z3 are complex numbers such that this is given, then mod Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Now you can see what is the hint here, because you can see mod Z1 is 1, mod Z2 is 1. So these are unimodular. Unimodular means once you say unimodular, then it means Z1 Z bar is also equal to 1. That means Z1 bar is equal to 1 by Z1. So Z is equal to 1 by Z1 or something. So similarly for Z2. So these inverse you can already write it, Z1 bar, Z2 bar, Z3 bar. So this is 1. This you can write overall bar is equal to 1. So this you can write Z bar is equal to 1. Suppose this is entire thing you treated Z. Z bar is equal to mod 1. So Z mod is also 1. So they ask you this one only. So this is 1. Directly we are getting it. So the hint comes from here. Mod Z1 is 1. So you can find this. Therefore Z1 bar is equal to 1 by Z1. So if you take inverse, it will be just conjugate of that one. So every question you will find some hint. 3B. If argument of Z is less than 0, then argument of minus Z and minus argument of Z. Okay. So you know when argument gets subtracted, if you divide, then your argument gets subtracted. So this is subtraction. That means you are dividing this by this. Minus Z by, that means this was the original function. Minus Z by Z. Once you divide this one, then your argument get divided. So that is nothing but minus Z by. So if you cancel it out Z, it is argument of minus 1. What is argument of minus 1? Pi. So that is your option A. Argument of Z is negative. That doesn't make sense here because it already get cancelled Z. Now if you come to this one, given Z is equal to this. Once you see this Z, what is this? This is again nth root of unity, not nth. What nth? 2n plus 1th root of unity. 2n plus 1 nth root of unity. This is given to you. So once you see this one, it should come in your mind. N is a positive integer. Find the equation whose roots are these and this. So you need sum of the roots, you need product of the roots. So again, this one I have mentioned here. This is your nothing but Z2 to the power n plus 1 is equal to 1. This is the 2n plus 1th root of 1. So if you add this to this plus this, you see this series. Now what is this series? If you take one is alpha, suppose this is alpha. So one root, if I take alpha, next one will be alpha square, complex root. So this is the complex roots because k is not there. So the first one root is always 1. So 1 is missing here because you don't have 1. You cannot put 1. N is positive integer. So every time you put, you will get a complex number only. So all are the complex root they have given. So you know the behavior of complex root. If one get alpha, then next one is alpha square alpha cube. The last one will be alpha to the power 2n plus 1. That is the root characteristics of the nth root of unity. We have seen this one in theory. So all these are nothing but this. So if you add all these alpha square alpha to the power 2n plus 1, sorry, the last root will be 2n. Because it starts from 1, so the last one will be 2n. Complex roots will be this much and 1 is another. So if you add all this along with plus 1, then it is 0. But if you are adding this, then this should be give you minus 1. Getting it now? Plus 1 if you give, then it is 0. So if you need only this, so that should be minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1, sum of the roots will get 0. So you got this one already. Because you need an equation whose roots are this. So you need sum of roots and you need product of roots. You need the product of these two. So if you can come to product of these two, so this is also a GP series, this is also a GP series. So I have applied here another formula, last term into common ratio minus first term divided by CR minus 1. That also gives you the same formula of GP. But you can apply this one anytime, A into R to the power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. That will also give you. But I have used this one, last term into CR minus first term. If you know last term and first term, then it becomes easy. No need to think of R and everything because you know last term. You know first term, so last term into first term minus first term divided by this one. In the second one also, I have applied this one, but you can apply this one, this GP sum formula. It will come same like this. Okay, now if you see this one, what is Z to the power 2n plus 1? What is alpha to the power 2n plus 1? Any alpha to the power 2, because it is 2n plus 1th root. You see omega, because omega is cube root, so omega cube will be always 1. So if it is a fourth root, so that to the power 4 will be always 1. Because it is a 2n plus 1th root, so alpha to the power 2n plus 1 will always give you 1. So this is 1. Or you can think it in this way also. This is nth root, so this should be equal to 1. You are getting it? This is nothing but nth root. Nth root how you will write? Z to the power 3 is equal to 1 cube root. And Z gives all the cube roots. Because Z is equal to cube root of 1. So that's why z cube is 1. Similarly here, so z to the power 2n plus 1 will give you 1. Here also you will get 1 z to the power 2n plus 1, another extra z. So this will also give you 1. So ultimately you will left with this. Now I think you can cancel it out, something 1 minus z, so you will get it z by z plus 1 whole square. Now what is z? Z you write it in cis theta format because you need to simplify it. This is your cis theta. You need this product. So if you apply it cis theta, and it is cis theta plus 1 whole square, this is cis theta. If you take plus 1, I think you know this one, cos theta plus 1, 1 plus cos to the 2 cos square theta by 2. And if we apply here sin 2 theta, 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. In trigonometry you have seen. So we can take again cos theta by 2, I have taken gone because it is square, so it becomes cos square theta by 2. So it is of this fashion. Because it is square, now you can apply De Morbius theorem. So 2 will come here, so it will be cos theta plus I sin theta, that is cis theta. So cis theta get cancelled. You are left with this. So this is the product. So you know sum, that is minus 1, you know product. So this is your answer. Where theta is equal to 2 pi by 2n plus 1. That was your theta. I have skipped that. I have written is directly cis theta. This one I have taken as theta for simplification of writing. Now if you come to 5, find the roots of the equation this, whose imaginary part is positive. Now because you can take z6 equal to y, then it will be a quadratic equation. So if you solve that quadratic equation, you will find 2 roots is this one. I am not doing it, you can easily find it out. You factorize this one, you will get these 2 roots. So that means z to the power 6 is either this or this. That means you had 2 parts. So you can make it unity by dividing it to the power 2. So because 2 to the power 6 is 64. So z by 2 to the power 6 is 1, because we know the 6th root of unity is easily. What is 6th root of unity? This is the 6th root of unity. This is 2ki, that is I is here, that is 6, 2k pi divided by n. So similarly here you can make it, because it is minus 1, 8, so you can make it root 2 to the power 6. So it will be 2 to the power 3, 8. So this one is again 2m pi, because there is a minus 1, because it is cube root of now minus 1. So 1 pi is added. So that's what. Nothing is difference. Because it was what, for any general it was this one. For nth root of any complex number, it was this one. So here also it is same. So here in case of unity it is 0, that's why it will become directly this. In case of minus 1, this is pi, so that's why it is pi. So it is of this fashion. Okay, now you have to check whose imaginary part is positive. So let me check. Here m will count from 0 to 5. Here also 0 to 5. So if you put 0, you first got this one. I need only sin theta part, because the imaginary part is only required positive. So in cis theta you have cos and sin. Cos is real, sin is negative. So sin is the imaginary part. So let me take whose sin is negative. If you put m0, what is sin? If you put m1, what is sin? Your sin part should be positive. 0 is not a positive number, so it cannot be. So 1 it is can be, 2 it can be, 3 again it is 0, it cannot be, because positive 3 is not 0. M4 it is sin 240. Sin 240 is negative, we need not to find what is the value. M5 it is sin 300, this is not the value. So you have 2 values. So one is z by 2 is equal to this one, 60 degree, that is cos 60 plus I sin 60, this one. Another is z2 is equal to 120, cos 120, sin 120 is this one. So these two are the z values. So then if you want to tick, so this one 1, this one 1. And let me see this side also, if you can find anything. If you put m0 1 positive, you got m1 positive, 2 positive. 3 is 210, which is negative, sin 200, 270, all are negative. So z by root 2 will be equal to, you think this is not z by root 2 is equal to 1 is 30 degree. If you put this one, so what will be z? You want to multiply by root 2. Here also what will be z? It is not z. If you want to multiply by 2, if you want to writing it, so it will be 1 plus root 3i, then next one will be minus 1 plus root 3i. Here also next one is 90, next one is 150. Again, if you are writing it z, then you have to multiply by root 2, because it is z by root 2. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 imaginary numbers whose 5 roots whose imaginary part is positive. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.